for Chelsea's Wembley success in the League Cup. Now they must defend their trophy without Casiraghi or Laudrup, missing for contrasting reasons. With his striking options diminished, the manager had to call up the hat-trick hero from round 3 and pick himself.
It's Vialli, hat-trick hunting!
Arsene Wenger has stuck with his Worthington Cup reserve team policy. The Gunners' second string too good for Derby last time out. And tonight against Chelsea, they had one valuable addition back from injury, the Dutchman with magic in his boots.
Oh, that's a fabulous strike from Dennis Bergkamp.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Carlton Sport for the second instalment of our Worthington Cup fourth round highlights. Last night, Tottenham, Luton and Wimbledon all progressed through to the last 8, and I'm delighted that Robbie Earle is with us fresh from the Dons' success at Bolton. Comment from Robbie later, plus goal highlights from tonight's other ties, after we've seen the best of the action from Highbury. Arsenal against Chelsea. Your commentator is Clive Tilsley.
Europe's loss is the Worthington Cup's gain. Dennis Bergkamp can find his way to Highbury okay, and now his back problems have eased. He needs a game and has been drafted into Arsene Wenger's shadow team. Bergkamp may be the only acknowledged first string on show, but nonetheless, Arsenal's total transfer outlay on that lineup is about £19 million. The other 10 were all on duty against Derby a fortnight ago. Left-back David Grandin is the only one with no Premiership experience. Just 2 Britons in that team, incidentally. Chelsea's is the more experienced lineup, that's for sure. Nevertheless, 8 changes from the weekend. Gianluca Vialli has the perfect chance to judge whether the hole left by Gigi Casiraghi's injury is best filled by Andre Flo or by Vialli himself. 9 full internationals in that side, including Chelsea's latest signing, the Dane Bjarne Goldbeck, who played against them for FC Copenhagen just last week. John Bumstead was the last Chelsea player to score a winning goal against Arsenal at Highbury. And that you may deduce that it was some time ago, well over 8 years. But defeat in the first leg of last season's semi-final here was decisively avenged in the return match. Chelsea won the League Cup. Arsenal had to wait another couple of months for the FA Cup. Little flick from Poyet, and Vialli is offside. The decisions this evening being given and confirmed by David Elleray. Mark Nichols being pursued by the Arsenal captain this evening, Remy Gard. Frank Leboeuf captains Chelsea, so we've got 2 French captains, an Italian player-manager and a French manager. It's the Worthington Cup with a rather continental flavour. Offside Flo. Just loitering beyond the last defender. For Morta. Found its way to Vialli. And Grandin's challenge was late. David Grandin is just 18 years of age. Gianluca Vialli is now 34. He's just about old enough to be Grandin's father. I think he is. Leboeuf has joined his manager inside the penalty area, so too is Michael Duberry. Head of Poyet, and he headed it down with such power that it bounced over Manninger's crossbar of its own volition. But Poyet really does have an eye for goal, and he's a very underrated header of the ball in particular. Tall man, rose well, and so did the ball. He was clipped forward towards Paul Morte, who was held off by Duberry, quite literally. Bergkamp. Drawn down. Slipped into Christopher Ray. And Karin did well in his near post. The shot from Ray was power-packed. And Karin just had to launch himself at it and fend it away best he could. Ray was onside, and although the angle was against him, Karin had to make a useful stop. Corner kick to Arsenal. Matthew Upson has come forward from the back. In towards Ljungberg at the near post, but headed away by Leboeuf. Vialli trying to set up a break. Held up well by Luis Boamorte. Di Matteo. Barbiaro. Nichols is available on the touchline. Barbiaro maybe wishes he went for Nichols now. God, looking for the pace of Boamorte and stretching Goldbeck. He's trying to catch up. Now Ray. Into the path of Ljungberg. A little isolated on that right-hand side. Taking on Barbiaro. Good burst by Ljungberg, and Leboeuf, with the outstretched leg, managed to stop it. And Karin was able to pick it up. There's a lot of thrust about Fredrik Ljungberg's play. It's very direct in his style. Foul by Vialli on Hughes. Hit by Bergkamp. Oh! Fantastic pass. Not sure how late Karin saw it, but he guarded his post well. A firework from Dennis Bergkamp. A whiz-banger. Ball by Petrescu. It's Flo against Upson. Good turn by Flo. And a good recovery by Upson. Corner is the verdict. Rolled back to Goldbeck and floated into Dubry. Wouldn't quite come for Vialli, but Leboeuf trying to make something of it. And very calmly done by Stephen Hughes. Nelson Vivas able to bring clear. Looking long for Dennis Bergkamp and finding him too. Ray has made a good run, just dropped behind him. This is Fredrik Ljungberg. Picked off by Celestine Barbiaro. Dubry, now Nichols. Into Flo. Onto Poyet. Early forward, Vialli is offside. Wasn't a lot in that. That was a difficult call. Well, he is a pace onside. Ljungberg. Remy Gard, little back heel, it's Boamorte. Good improvisation by Remy Gard on the edge of the penalty area. It was his quick thinking which created the space for Luis Boamorte to have a pop. But he actually didn't expect it himself and stumbled a little bit and was stretching when he reached the ball. Dubry's foot was pretty high, but Bergkamp's head was low. Arsenal have retained possession anyway. Remy Gard. by Roberto Di Matteo. It's like a final warning for the Italian. Bergkamp. Ljungberg. Had the presence to win it back, Fredrik Ljungberg. Surging forward again. Great run by Ljungberg. He's such a direct player. There's a surging energy about his play. When he picks up a head of steam and starts to go at defences, he can cut right through like that. Christopher Ray didn't quite know whether to close in and go for it or not. Ljungberg nearly did it all himself. Dubry there just ahead of Bergkamp. Di Matteo. Flo is onside here and running clear of Upton. It's Andre Flo in Viali here. Oh, terrific challenge by Grimondi after a fine stop by Alex Manninger. Ljungberg to guard. Real opening for Chelsea, probably their best of the game so far. Hughes. Here they come again with Viali. Poyet will go it alone down the centre of the field. Gustavo Poyet has gone clear for Chelsea. And another fantastic tackle. Viali's there. Vivas. And now Flo, penalty's been given. And presumably the challenge on Poyet initially, which David Ellery thought was a foul. Vivas it was who denied. Well, I'm not sure that Grimondi didn't get some of the ball there as he went with Poyet. Viali was denied by Vivas, but the referee had already made his mind up that if Viali didn't score, he was going to penalise Grimondi, yellow card. And Gilles Grimondi is furious because he felt he got his foot on the ball. It may be some poetic justice, because I'm not sure that Upson did a moment or so ago when he tackled Viali. Anyway, Chelsea have the chance. Minutes of the first half remaining. Frank Leboeuf. One 0 to Chelsea. Leboeuf calmly slots home a penalty. Rather contentiously awarded in Chelsea's favour by David Ellery. The man they've never quite forgiven for those 1994 FA Cup final penalties that he gave Manchester United. Well, it's been a night of difficult decisions, no doubt about that. And that one went Chelsea's way decisively. But whilst he was unfortunate perhaps to concede the penalty to Gilles Grimondi, I guess he has to consider himself fortunate that the card he was shown was yellow and not red. Hughes. Bergkamp. This is Ray. Nice link up. There's Bergkamp again. Which found a way through. It's Bourmorte! It was almost an afterthought from Dennis Bergkamp, who slipped it into the path of Luis Bourmorte, who has won a corner. It's Grimondi. Ray trying to reach it, Hughes trying to reach it, hacked away off the line. This is Dennis Bergkamp. Petrescu's header, struck by Remy Gard. Bergkamp, Leboeuf this time. Good pressure from Arsenal. Dan Petrescu was the sentry on duty. Bergkamp, easily seen by Leboeuf. Well, it's been a compelling first half. Arsenal are unfortunate to be behind. Gilles Grimondi may count himself unfortunate to have conceded the penalty from which Frank Leboeuf gave Chelsea the lead. It's almost impossible to call. Leboeuf tucked it away, and as a result, it's the visitors who have a one-goal half-time advantage in a tight match, which Arsenal have shaded on the whole. Chelsea are a cup team in the eyes of many. In the last 18 months, they've won 3 cup finals, 4 if you include this season's European Super Cup success over Real Madrid. Already negotiated 2 rounds in defence of the Cup Winners' Cup. And they're on the way in their defence of the League Cup. Loose one from Dennis Bergkamp, which Luis Boamorte is unable to gather. Bergkamp has taken over the Arsenal captaincy for the second half. Remy Gard replaced at the break by Alberto Mendes. Means that Ljungberg here has gone into the heart of the Arsenal midfield. Di Matteo. Flo. Gulbeck. Di Matteo down to Flo. And now on to Vialli. Vivas is the defender. Vialli has beaten him comprehensively. Cross a little bit long, it'll come for Gulbeck though. Headed away by Matthew Upson. Di Matteo. Here is Alberto Mendes. He's replaced Remy Gard, who has an Achilles problem. Abiyaro. Poyet. On by Nichols. Vialli trying to run Glimondi. Tucked inside nicely too, but well seen by Hughes. Given away by Mendes. He's got it back though, and here's Ljungberg. Bergkamp. There's an offside there. Referee happy. Chelsea in possession to carry on. Vialli, offside Flo. Vialli, back to Gulbeck. Vialli is onside here, Manninger committed. Vialli is beaten to it, and that's 2-0 for Chelsea. And it's him again. Gianluca Vialli, within 4 minutes of the restart. Bad moment for Alex Manninger. When a goalkeeper sets out to win a race, he has got to win it. And Manninger was a close second. Vialli nicked it past him and just stabbed it into a completely unguarded goal. Gulbeck, who teased over the Arsenal defence. And Manninger embarrassed. Vialli ecstatic again. Dubry. Nicely finding Vialli. Di Matteo. Petrescu. Boamorte. Taking on Di Matteo. Got some pace, Boamorte. He's a real box of tricks. He was outnumbered 3-1 in the end. Torre Andre Flo trying to do the same to Matthew Upson. Good running by Flo. Good recovery by Upson. Well, he does look like Steve Cram, doesn't he, facially? Say he can quite run like Cram at his best, but he's got better balance and better pace than a lot of men of his height. Dubry and Leboeuf are forward. Di Matteo will take. It's towards Leboeuf. Nobody quite read it at the far post. Poyet and Vialli were closing in. Leboeuf virtually unchallenged on the near. Nobody in front of him. I think they were expecting him just to glance it on, and maybe it was an attempt on goal, that, by Leboeuf rather than a flick. Only joined Arsenal 2 weeks ago, Caballero. Bergkamp does have a slight thigh strain. For Morte. He left his foot in there after Dubry had cleared, and I think Dubry left his foot in before Morte does. David Ellery wasn't far away. See anything untoward? For Morte. Certainly caught Dubry. Oh, I tell you, he had a stamp at him. It was a nasty challenge at Dubry's shin, but Dubry brought his studs right down on poor Morte's midriff. It's an eyes in the back of the head night for a referee. A London derby. Don't mind the personnel, the feeling's still there. Chelsea throw. Gonda. Caballero. Quite link up. Vialli's back there helping out. Flo running clear is onside. Grimondi trying to catch him. Flo has got in behind Arsenal. He's got support here. It's Poyet. It's 3-0 to Chelsea. Nothing Vivas could do on the line. Gustavo Poyet has surely carried the holders into the quarter-final. Clear daylight for them. After Flo had shown a clean pair of heels to Grimondi and then picked his man. There were 3 to choose from. And Poyet was his selection. Again, good galloping play by Tora Andre Flo. Not absolutely certain Poyet's shot was going in, actually, but Vives on the line got a deflection. Hughes. Mendes. Vivas. Got it towards Caballero. Counts for Ray! Bahrain held on well, but it's not as if Arsenal haven't had their chances tonight. Christopher Ray that time. Struck it well enough. Petrescu. Vialli. On by Poyet. And this is Vialli. It's in. 4 for Chelsea. Gianluca Vialli has bagged a couple of those for himself. Not been much of a night for Alex Manninger, who got a hand to that but couldn't keep it out. Well struck by Vialli, though. A hat-trick in the last round against Aston Villa, and now 2 at Highbury against Arsenal. And it's Chelsea here by a country mile. 4 goals to the good. And no Chelsea side has scored 4 goals on this ground since the mid-60s. Caballero managed to push it back to him. There's the new man for Cassie, finding Petrescu. Now Di Matteo. Back to Clement. Vialli. Clement has gone on here. Arsenal's throw in. Petrescu. He's rolled that into Poyet. There's a chance for a fifth, which Gustavo Poyet has taken. 4 in the last round. 5 in this. Chelsea like the brew in the Worthington Cup, that's for sure. Nicely worked goal. Vialli was standing offside, but was far enough away from the action area for Poyet to go on and stab home his second goal of the night. Berg just hobbling a little, and is going to be replaced, presumably with his pants up, by Bernard Lombard. Chelsea can afford one or two party tricks, but not that kind. Clement penalised. Vialli just sanctioning the latest substitution. That's better. Lombard fully clad, replaces Leboeuf. Kiss too. They do things a little differently in France. Fantastic attendance tonight, over 37,500 for this match. One or two of the Arsenal fans have seen enough. Very different experiences for the respective managers tonight. Poyet on to Clement. Now Vialli. Petrescu's up there. It's down Petrescu. Manning down quickly enough that time. Petrescu's last goal for Chelsea was in the semi-final against Arsenal last February. They're heading for the quarter-finals, that's for sure. Last year, he left himself out of the Chelsea squad for the final, but was then ushered forward to collect the trophy. Caught in possession by Caballero, and they forced the corner kick here. Meagre consolation in the circumstances. Arsenal fans have seen one or two new names and faces, and they've seen some pretty familiar Chelsea faces take control in the second half. Came off Caballero. Hughes will try to retrieve it. Held up by Duberry. Good work by Hughes. Poyet's there at the near post. Ljungberg with a header. And it doesn't look as if there is going to be a consolation for Arsenal. Beaten for the first time at Highbury in 1998. It's their heaviest ever defeat against Chelsea. It's their heaviest defeat of any kind for 13 years. All those facts have to be tempered and qualified by the Arsenal team selection tonight, but a couple of pieces for Vialli and Poyet, and Chelsea just took over in the second half and ran away 5-goal winners.
Everybody will say they didn't have the real team, but
tonight you can expect that kind of thing. If things go well, you can win it. If things go worse or not well, you can lose with a heavy defeat, and that's you have to accept that.
And your boss, Gianluca Vialli, got a hat-trick.
When I make this kind of decision, what can happen, and that's I think as well that everything went against us, and the penalty in the first half was ridiculous.